All right, so we got some film buff stuff here, guys. AKAPADers, welcome back to the show of shows. So I know this episode is going to drop around a Mission Impossible 2 episode drop because we're going to try and do some Mission Impossible content leading into the release of that new movie. But this movie's directed by John Woo. He directed MI2. So if they both drop on the same day, I apologize. I feel like that's a cheap trick. Why? I don't know. It just bothers me just as a content creator. So, The Killer in 2024. This is a remake by the guy that made the original. I love it, right? Not many directors remake their own movies. Also, The Killer is a 2023 movie for Netflix directed by David Fincher, starring Michael Fassbender. This is not that movie. This is a remake in total spirit, and it fits so well. It's so enjoyable. I really did enjoy this movie. If you like Babes and the girl, Natalia Emmanuel, that's this girl's name. I loved her ever since I saw her in Fast and Furious. There's a scene, this actress in Fast and Furious, she comes up from the ocean. It's the second best ocean shot of a person coming out of it since Daniel Craig came out of the ocean in in Casino Royale. Okay, guys, get ready. It's a Film Buff podcast. We're talking John Woo today. We're talking remakes. We're talking a lot of this stuff. And I guess I'm going to have my fall to my knees moment because I don't think this is right. Is this the first John Woo movie on this podcast? And we're almost 1,000 episodes in. I'm falling to the altar of the film critic gods, Siskel and Ebert. Please forgive me.
Camera speed,
Sound production, take one.
action!
Taking way too long to get to John Woo. Holy crap. So, watching this, started watching John Woo movies. So, expect more John Woo coming. Expect Mission Impossible 2, directed by John Woo. Now, just thinking here, potentially I may have done a face-off. I think I've done a face-off episode because I absolutely love that movie. I believe I also may have done his Wind Talkers movie, and I'm not 100% on that. I know maybe, I've seen Wind Talkers. I want to say maybe I recorded the episode, never released it, because I can picture the thumbnail for that in my head. But guys, welcome to it. Peter A. DeLuca here, your obsessive film buff, coming to you out of Philadelphia, PA. So this movie, like I said, it's a remake by the guy that made the movie. I love it. So what was the original The Killer? The original The Killer. I keep wanting to call this movie Killer. It's not. It's The Killer. So we get into John Woo's filmography, and we're not going to get deep into it. But there was so he started out doing martial arts movies. Then he makes this it's somewhat of a Vietnam, we're going to kill all the drug dealers movie. That's called what is it? Heroes Shed No Tears, 1984. But then in 1986, he makes A Better Tomorrow 1 and 2, 86 and 87. This is where the legend of John Woo started growing. And you would just hear about the gunfights in these movies and that they were violent. And I never thought his movies were violent. But they are high action, high death counts, lots of death, high death toll. And in 1989, he makes The Killer. 1990, he makes A Bullet in the Head. 1991, he makes Once a Thief. 1992, he makes Hard Boiled. And there we go. These are the VHS cult movies that you would literally have to hunt down, special order, and you have to go crazy. So my original VHS collection, I had A Better Tomorrow, I had The Killer, and I had Once a Thief. And at that point, everything John Woo put out in America outside of Face Off, I would say I hate it. I disliked Mission Impossible 2 when I first saw it. Because I'm like, what is this? But then, like, bang, like the movie just grew on me. And I may contradict myself a little bit with that MI2 episode because I come into that from the world of loving that movie. But Mission Impossible 2 just wasn't this, like, and you would be disappointed when it wasn't number one for like 10 weeks straight because that's what you would want from John Woo. I remember hearing about Hard Target. So he comes to the U.S. and he makes a Jean-Claude Van Damme movie, 92. And everyone says that Hard Target is a must-watch and has Lance Henriksen and it's a cool effing movie. And it's good. Like, it's there, nice to watch. And then in 96, he makes Broken Arrow. So there we have Christian Slater, we have John Travolta. And, you know, like, that's, you're just, you know, like seeing the world of his foreign movies, and you watch Broken Arrow because you see some of that baseline in Hard Target. Then you watch Broken Arrow, and you're like, ugh. But the next year he comes back with Face Off, and when you saw Face Off for the first time, it made you want to just keep watching that movie. That movie has so many elements that should be run off a cliff, burned into the abyss, like burn it. But it works, and it's glorious. And then the follow-up, you know, movie in the year 2000, Mission Impossible 2. I love this movie. I love everything Robert Towne, the writer, like, I just think he has good solutions in that story. It's a great movie. It really is. But I remember being slightly disappointed with it when I first saw it. Then in 2002, he pretty much, like, never gets back to his, like, Hong Kong days. Because he makes Wind Talkers, he makes Paycheck. Then he goes back and he just, you know, makes, like, a run of foreign movies. But then in 2023 and 2024, Silent Night, which was like on my cinemas, my Christmas list, and The Killer. I haven't seen the original The Killer. I haven't seen the 1989 version of this movie in maybe 20 plus years. And when I watched this movie, it reminded me so much of the original, of what I liked. You know, like the blind character, a lot of the assassins, the deadly characters dressed in black, how the detective or your Elliot Ness and your killer, they join forces at the end, and they have to fight through something. There's a lot in this movie, and here's the crazy thing. Sam Worthington, our guy from Avatar, Clash of the Titans remake, I haven't seen him in something in a while. He is the villain. And let me tell you, he is perfectly deadly. Like, when he's on screen, it's serious. There's like this slow motion shot at the end because, right, we have to end this in the church. Like I said, like, there's so many really good nods to that 89 movie. I feel like you can watch these two movies back to back and have different viewing experiences. But there's a scene where he's walking down and he's down the aisle, and the pews are, you know, like to the left and to the right, and he's just like in the middle, and it's like this like slow methodic walk, and I'm just saying to myself, like, this guy is nothing but business. We have the amazing sniper scene where a sniper gets duped, and John Woo shows us the sniper getting the head blown off of their shoulders. So it's sniper versus sniper stuff. Really cool. Set up as a decoy. I felt the action in all of this, like all these like little John Woo things came back, and I don't think they've been back in a way since probably Mission Impossible 2. Seeing this made me want to really delve into a lot of these other John Woo movies that I'm not familiar with. So coming up, we're going to go back to 1984, and we're going to start with Hero Shed No Tears. So be on the lookout, and we're going to go through as many of the John Woo films as possible this calendar year. Mark my words. I think this is a great entry because we're kind of working backwards. This is his most recent film, and we're going backwards. This guy is a force to be reckoned with. I think this movie's great. I think the girl, like, she is so photogenic. Like, sometimes where I didn't realize, like, she has her this is her most productive year in cinema. She's made 4 movies in 2024. One of them being Megalopolis, which is awesome. But she's really positioned to have a sequel for this and to have a franchise. I don't know what is the budget for this movie. It's not even listed. I don't know. AKAPAD. I thought this movie was awesome. I think she's great in it. I think who else? Omar Sy. He's our detective that is going to help her out by the end of the movie. I recommend watching the original, then watching this. It's just a lot of fun. And again, you guys know how much I love the streaming services. This just boom came up on my feed and rock and roll. How amazing is that? So AKAPADers, this is it. This is what we're doing. We're just watching movies. So guys, get out there. I do apologize if this is on the same day as MI2. It's just the way how things fall sometimes. But I wanted to bring this one to you. Love you. Rock and roll.
Okay, that's a wrap.